Hey guys, what's up? Nick here once again. It's like 3 in the morning right now that I'm recording this, so I do want to apologize if I sound kind of tired, but I really needed to get this one out there. And honestly, I think this might be kind of like a monthly series for me. Just kind of doing some gameplay or showing some gameplay. Now, I'm not doing live commentary right now. I'm actually just going to be posting some stuff in the background. So whatever gameplay you see, there it is. But anyway, so this new series, I don't know if I'm going to call it anything specific, but basically just once a month, I want to just do like an update, like recap with you guys about thoughts on the future of the channel or new updates or I don't know, stuff like that going on that's more personalized and doesn't have any like fancy editing or anything of the sort. I know the last few videos have been kind of whack, to say the least. They've been really different than my normal content, and I want to just make everybody feel rest assured that this is not a drama channel. This is not going to be a drama channel. And I pray that those last two videos are the last, or really the only videos ever going to be like that on this channel. Because thankfully, since my previous video talking about the whole thing with Crom in his game and the Reddit and all that stuff with the TMA guys, thankfully, I've been reached out by Crom and we have kind of talked it out. Now, I don't want to put words in their mouth. Their comments are on the video. They're still there live. One of them is from the guy that I showed his screenshots from the Twisted Metal subreddit. And he didn't really apologize, but, you know, it's one of those things where I just wanted to drop it. So I apologized. And, you know, it's one of those things where I think we're good. I hope anyway. I think we've made amends. And then as for Crom, I was actually really, really surprised at their genuine reply, their genuine apology in the comments, because they were the person that I honestly was the one I was kind of scared of to watch the video, because I just kind of assumed maybe they'd make their own video in response, or they would just make a huge rage comment or something, you know, of the sort. And again, this is my apology to them because that's me with a negative viewpoint of how they think and act, in which I'm glad they proved me wrong. So in their reply, they said that I agree I was out of line. I should not have insulted Nick. I could formulate my mind way better than I did. I would not say that I was uneducated fully. Partially, yes. I read Reddit posts only after I made my messages. I don't like when people spread lies about any community that I was a part of, and I was trying to highlight that it's not cool. Just wanted Nick to be a better man and not have knee-jerk reactions, aka creating the TMF Reddit or even TMF Discord, for something that does not matter. It's just not worth his time and nerves. I hope that someday he can forgive me, and I would like to hang out in the TMF again. There's a little bit of a language barrier here. I want to reiterate that. So he's in Russia. He's Russian. So, you know, it's a little bit tough sometimes to read certain words in this paragraph. But to explain it a little bit better, at least I hope this is the way he's trying to explain it, is that he got upset because of the whole situation of me making that subreddit, which I explained in the previous video. And clearly it was one of those situations where he took that as just an insult of me going, you know, against the TMA once again. And I think what happened is other people in the TMF Discord also were kind of jumping on this bandwagon to shit on the TMA guys, which was not my intention at all, and I don't want that to ever be in the intention, and I made that very apparent in the previous video, and I think he sees that now, and that's the reason why he apologized. And I also, of course, now see it from his side. I understand why he got upset. I understand the situation, and I, of course, apologize, and I regret making the subreddit. It was all just a joke. It was a troll. It was never meant to be more than that. As for, I understand what he's saying here as well, saying that he doesn't feel I needed to make the TMF either. That I actually do disagree with. I think the TMF is an amazing community. I think it's ever growing. I mean, we still get like 10 people joining almost every other day. And the Twisted Metal community is still growing large. It's growing strong. And I don't want anybody to ever think that like I want to take everybody away from the TMA and bring them to TMF. Of course, if people from the TMA want to join us, that's awesome. But I don't want people to think like I want to obliterate the TMA and they need to disappear, or that I think less of them. That's not it at all. Because there is a reason for the TMA. They still have their very tight-knit group of guys that they play Twisted Metal Black online together like every Saturday and, you know, stuff like that. And I totally understand that. And that's great that they have that tight-knit community. I feel like the TMF is more of a community hub, if that makes sense. There's just more friendly banter going on. We accept everybody's opinions here and we accept everybody for who they are. And I just didn't get that same sensation when I was in the TMA. And I've heard that from many, many other people. Now, this could easily have changed in the past 10 months. It's been a long time since I've been there. And I want that to be apparent that clearly this could have changed since then. Maybe they've reworked some things and maybe it's kumbaya and everything's great. And that's awesome. So again, that was the whole reason for my previous video. It was more of just to put everything at rest, stop the drama. I don't want to make drama videos like this. I don't want to do update videos where I'm just talking about, oh, this guy, it's he said, she said, and I want you to stick up for me because that's never my intention. And that's 100% why in my video, I showed my own faults. I showed, where I messed up and that I regret it and I apologize and I genuinely am apologizing. And so I don't want those videos to come across like I'm just trying to make myself look better and everyone else look bad. That was not my intention. I do apologize if it came across that way. And as for Crom, again, I want to give a genuine apology back. I want to say right here, right now, that if he reaches out to me and wants me to play his game or make videos on his game or stream his game, I would do it. I would do it because I think his apology was genuine. He now rejoined the TMF Discord. He's been chill, and we talked it out in the DMs as well. So it's just one of those things like that might be kind of confusing. I know some of you might be going like right now, like, wow, you made an entire 20-minute video on this guy and you're just accepting it that fast. And honestly, yes, like I'm an adult. He's an adult. We're all adults here. If somebody can be an adult, stand up to me and say, hey, I apologize, I was out of line, and this was the reason I was out of line, and that reason actually makes sense, I'm going to accept that apology, and I'm going to let everything go. Like it takes, I've said this many times before, and it's so true. It takes a lot to piss me off. It takes a lot to get on my bad side. It takes a lot for me to ban people, So if somebody gets to that length of it, it's serious for me. It's very serious. And this whole topic for the previous video was very serious for me. And that's why I made it. I can't tell you how many times I actually wanted to delete the video before uploading it. I just kept going back and forth, like deleting it, uploading it, deleting it, uploading it. I didn't know what to do. And in the end, I said, screw it. And I uploaded it and I went to bed because it was like 5 a.m. It was really late in the night. And the next day, I was expecting to wake up to just nonstop hate comments. Again, I was expecting to get a hate comment from Crom. I was expecting hate comments from all the TMA guys, and maybe even from my own community. I felt just people would be sick of it, or they'd just be like, "What is this? This is stupid. Like, go back to your other content." And I was extremely surprised, pleasantly surprised at the amount of support and love from you guys in support of the situation and understanding it from both sides. And I was happy that there were a couple that did jump on the bandwagon to kind of hate on the TMA. And again, that wasn't my intention. I don't want to spread that as positivity. But as for the other 99% of people, they all saw it from both sides and they genuinely gave good constructive criticism and they, said thank you for this video and they felt bad for the situation and all that stuff. And I can't thank you guys enough for the amount of love and support that this community has brought, not only to me, but just to everyone here. Like I've heard over the last 24 hours, at least 3 different people have come to me in confidence and said, like, if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have been a part of this community. I would not have played Twisted Metal in the first place if it wasn't for you. I had one person tell me that they never ever touched TM3 or TM4 or Small Brawl because they just thought those games sucked because of what, the stigma was around them. And because of my content, they ended up playing them and now those are their favorite games. And that right there is huge. Like, that is so heartwarming to me. I love that. And I love hearing from people that this community brought them together to make friends they never would have before. It kind of brought them out of their invert shell or introvert shell, if you will. And that, again, is the main reason for the TMF. So I don't want people to think like, oh, it's useless to have this community when the TMA exists. because I genuinely think they're two different things. I don't think one is better than the other. I never will say that, but I think the TMF is more of a community hub. It's more for making friends, talking about Twisted Metal, talking about gaming, whereas I think TMA is more for the hardcore fan. I really do. I think it's more of a very tight-knit, awesome community that likes to play Twisted Metal Black Online together on Saturdays or whatever day they do it. And that's kind of it. I mean, obviously, there's probably more to it. I don't want to trash on them. I'm not trying to make it sound like, again, we're more community focused than they are. I could be completely wrong. I don't know. But it's just that I think the TMF deserves to be around. I think that it's a great growing community, and I love what it's become. And I want to continue to prosper and, yeah, just continue to grow, really. So yeah, that's pretty much the main gist of this video. I wanted just to, again, give an update to the prior events that happened in the previous video. And also just to talk about, like, this new series of videos is going to be once a month. Again, not drama related. It's not going to have to do with drama every time, but it's just going to be once a month, a one-on-one with you guys, more to heart, if you will. I might make these more often if there's bigger updates going on throughout the month or something weird goes on, but for the most part, this will be a monthly series with any major updates again to the channel or anything that's coming up soon, or, you know, stuff like that. That's kind of my main thing. My last topic I wanted to get out in this video, though, is that I've really had like a second wind come through with the Twisted Metal content. You guys obviously have probably noticed it. So I clearly as day made a couple of videos like this where I talked about drifting away from TM content. I wanted to make other content, mainly because the algorithm wasn't favoring my TM stuff anymore, and I was having burnout from the games, if I'm being honest. But I don't know, just something in the past few weeks just really gave me a second wind to keep trying new content with Twisted Metal. And now I have a lot of new ideas for new videos and new top 10s and tier lists and stuff like that. And of course, I've been really loving the speedrunning community and the speedrunning Twisted Metal games, of course, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them. I know they don't get a whole lot of views, and I totally get why. I've been uploading them in batches, so like if one stream, I get 3 different speedruns that I can upload to the website the next day. I just have all of them go live at the same time, so I get it. It kind of messes up the sub box, and it messes up the algorithm, but I don't really care. I just like getting them out there and uploading them to speedrunning.com because it's been a lot of fun. It's been really cool. The speedrunning community in Twisted Metal is very small, but very, very kind, very inviting. And if any of you out there listening right now play Twisted Metal, I highly recommend giving speedrunning a try. I think this is a perfect way to kind of get yourself in the door to trying it for the first time. And it's a lot of fun. It doesn't matter which one you play. Whatever one you feel the most confident with, give it a try. And if you need tips or tricks or whatever, there is a Twisted Metal speedrunning Discord. I'll have a link of it in the description of this video if you want to join. So yeah, and just FYI, it's not necessarily a community Discord. It's meant to be if you're serious about getting into speedrunning. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, so I've been loving the speedrunning stuff, and I will continue to be doing that. I think for now on, the Fast Fridays, the speedrun streams, are going to be a thing for a while. I don't necessarily see myself going back to doing Frustration Fridays, at least not for a while. I do apologize. I know a lot of people love the challenge videos, the challenge streams, and yeah, I think those were honestly the biggest catalyst for me getting burnt out of Twisted Metal, mainly because I was just getting so frustrated with some of those challenges, and it made me not really like the games as much, if I'm being honest. Some of the challenges were actually fun, and I had a lot of fun with making them, of course. But there were some that really just, like, it made me feel like shit afterward, to put it lightly. So, yeah, the speedrunning thing has been a huge gust of wind under my wings and given me a second wind, if I can say that for the 4th time. And I've been loving it, man. I really have. So, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I just can't thank you guys enough for sticking around through all of this drama and for hanging out with me and for supporting the content and liking the videos and being there in the live streams. It really means a lot. Truly, it does. So, yeah. Love you guys. Hope you have a good one. And we'll see you in the next one. Peace.